it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have my nail care routine. I have been asked a few times to share what I do, and I'm really a pretty simple girl, so I will break down everything for you today. I want to start out by saying that I know that what I use or do may not necessarily work for everyone. It's going to be a series of really testing what works with your body chemistry. I have used quite a few items, so I will go through them and let you know what worked for me and what didn't, and I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. So here are my nails today. They are kind of on the longer end of where I keep them. I'm actually thinking of cutting them down a little bit, but they are completely naked, so I'm going to walk you through my entire routine. They're dry today. I also want to say that I was a nail biter for about 20 years, so I know that a lot of people struggle with growing out their nails after biting, and my nail beds are kind of damaged. Like this one, you can see it grows crooked and wonky and it always curves on me, so that may be an obstacle that you face. You can't really change the way that your nails grow. You can only kind of protect them as they grow out. About once a week, or it's been a lot longer in between lately, I've been slacking off on my nail care some. I like to do a mani balm. I know that they have DIY recipes, and I may look into doing that because these are from Forever Polished, and I don't even think she makes mani balms anymore. I'll have to check into that. If not, leave me your favorite mani balm link down below. I definitely need some new ones. I'm not even sure if these are going to fizz today on camera, so I'll go ahead and show you how I use these. Okay, I'm starting with completely naked nails, and a small bread pan is what I use to dip in, and also some lukewarm water. I'm going to take my mani balm, which is the Birds of Paradise one from Forever Polished, and she is still making mani balm, so I'm totally going to pick up some more. This one is a little bit on the older side, so it is fizzing but not as strong as you would get with a brand new mani balm. I'm just going to dip my nails directly into the water and kind of let them soak and play in the bubbles a bit. Most mani balms typically have oils in them that are really good for your nails and skin. Because you are soaking your nails directly into water, I really don't recommend doing this more than once a week or so. The water will go into your nails and your nails will absorb them and become a bit weaker and maybe even peel. So that's something that you may want to watch out for. Once I'm done soaking my fingers in these, I typically also soak my toes. So here is a look at how my nails look after just this step, lots more moisturized. So next I'm going to move on to my next category of things that I use, and that's cuticle oil. And I think it's really important to keep your cuticles nice and oiled. I have a rollerball application typically leaks on me, so that's not my favorite. I also have this kind of polish version from Northern Star. I don't find myself reaching for this one either, but my absolute favorite is a clicky pen. I was sent this cuticle oil pen from Vibrant Vinyls. It has a really soft brush tip, and I'll show you why that's important in just a minute. To get the oil up into the brush, you just twist the end of it. It does a great job at getting all into the cuticles. I recommend doing this every time you wash your hands. If you notice they're looking dry, keep your cuticles as oiled as you can and they will be much healthier. After I'm done applying it all to the tops, I will flip my nails over and get the free edge. So that's why this brush is so important. I'll show you what it looks like when the oil is clicked up into the tip. It's really hard to get too much oil. You'll know exactly how much product you're twisting up. So you can see there it kind of beads towards the tip. Really nice, really easy. So you'll get the perfect amount for you by how many times you click. Another step that's really important to me is getting the underside of your nail and all of your free edges. It's going to keep your nails nice and flexible. I do notice a huge difference when I haven't been oiling the underside. I am more likely to get breaks. So that is an important step, I think. So here is a look at my nails while they're moisturized with cuticle oil. Let this soak like this as long as you can, but I know that people can't be going around their lives with oily nails. So my next step is typically to rub them in with my fingertips and make sure they're nice and absorbed. This Vibrant Vinyls goes into the skin really well. Just by doing this step, my nails already look so much more healthy, and if I have peeling, I notice that it kind of helps blend it in a little bit. I do get peeling on my thumb sometimes. Next is cuticle care, and I really honestly don't do much to my cuticles at all. I don't remove them. I hardly ever even push them back. So here I'm using a metal tool and just gently pushing them back. I do this maybe once in a blue moon, maybe once a month or less. But if you do have overgrown cuticles, this might be a step that you need. Next is base coat. I always wear a base coat. This is my favorite brand. This is the Qtica Natural Nail Growth Stimulator. This is from Zoya, and I have gone through so many bottles of this. The Qtica is a little bit on the more expensive side at about $20 a bottle. I did find the refill bottle on Amazon. I'll link that down below. I think it's like $17 about for the refill bottle, and I've gone through 2 of those. So I always wear this even in between swatches. I'll go ahead and show you how it applies really quickly. So, and I do add my base coat over my oiled nails. I know that some people don't recommend that. I've never had a problem with wear or anything like that. I feel like the Cuticle kind of imbibes the cuticle oil, so it works okay for me. I know that some other brands of nail strengtheners that have worked for a lot of people are the OPI Nail Envy, and also I've heard good things about Nail Tech, so those might be brands that you want to look into as well. If you have super bendy or peely nails, I feel like a base coat is necessary. I know some people like Simply Nailogical don't recommend a base coat because it makes your nails hard. I feel like if they are bendy, you will need that step though. So here is a look at how my nails look with the Qtica base coat. It dries super quick. That's another reason I love it. I can just put it on in between swatches, and by the time I'm done, it's ready to be painted on. Next, let's talk about removers. My very favorite is Zoya's Remove Plus. I am very much a Zoya girl. I love the ease of application with this bottle too, with the twist and pump lid. I do have backups of just this bottle. When I can't get my hands on the Remove Plus, I will often reach for the Onyx Professional's Moisturizing Formula Acetone. This is available at like Walmart, Target, I think even Sally's, and it's really affordable, so that's another good option. I do prefer the Remove Plus over the Onyx brand, but it's a good backup. Even if I'm using the Onyx brand, I will still put it in a Remove bottle just because it's that much easier. The tops just screw off and you just pour it right in, so really easy to do. It makes application and use a lot easier. I know that they have these bottles, I think, at Walmart's too. It's not Zoya brand, but it is a screw and pump lid. Even if you prefer non-acetone remover, I still think it's really important to have 100% pure acetone in your arsenal. Some nail art techniques use only pure acetone, and also it's great for cleaning up around the edges. It is a little bit harsh though, so I'm going to show you a tip to make it a little less harsh. So one of the items I've been using lately is called Strip Me Softly from Vibrant Vinyls. This was sent to me for review as well. It's an acetone additive that's going to add good oils into your acetone and make it a little less harsh. So this is what it looks like in the bottle. It's just a small kind of vial of water and oils. So here's a look at the instructions that came with my Strip Me Softly. It says that it's recommended 1 vial per 6 to 8 ounces of acetone, and that works out perfect because that is what a Zoya Remove bottle is 8 ounces. It says you add it directly into acetone at whatever strength you prefer. You can also add it to acetones that already have moisturizing items in it. So I'm just going to add mine into this empty Zoya Remove bottle, and I'll walk you along the process. So first I'm going to shake the vial. That's the #1 rule, to get it nice and mixed up. Next, I'll be taking the lid off my empty bottle and pouring the Strip Me Softly directly into it. Next, I'll be using my Onyx Professionals brand of 100% acetone and just filling up the rest of the bottle with the acetone. So next I'm going to give my bottle just a nice shake to make sure it's all well and dispersed. It doesn't change the color of my acetone at all, but it does make it smell nice. I have the jasmine scent, so it's a nice soft floral scent. I have tested this product. It's really great for like glitter removal, cleanup, and it's going to leave your nails nice and moisturized. Another item that I have in my arsenal is the Matte Cuticle Balm from Baroness X. This is sometimes called Swatcher's Balm. I have it in the scent Unscented. So this is just a matte kind of, I don't know if it's beeswax based or not, but it's a cuticle balm. I'm going to use my cleanup brush to go around my cuticles and add some in. This is great for in between swatches if your cuticles or skin starts looking a little bit dry, but you don't want them to be super shiny. I haven't used this a ton, but it is a nice thing to have, especially if you're a swatcher or blogger. So application is really easy. I just go in with my cleanup brush. And you can see there, it does leave it a little bit shiny, but a lot more matte than a standard cuticle oil. It's a really nice thing to have. Next, I'm going to talk about filing, and I use the Perfect Formula glass or crystal file. These are necessary, I feel like. If you're using the regular like sandpaper files, those are going to tear up the ends of your nails. The crystal files are a little bit more on the pricey end, but mine has lasted forever. I know Born Pretty store sells some. The crystal part kind of wears down and off, so I think investing in a nice one is important. I'm going to show you how I shape and file my nails. I know I am no queen at shaping. My nails always don't look perfect, and they pretty much drive me constantly crazy. I do a back and forth motion that is not recommended. You should be filing all in one direction. I start off with a back and forth kind of sawing on my sidewall and then finish it off by filing all in one direction. For my tips, I do the same thing. I try to do it all in one direction. It's really awkward for me, so I do end up sawing it a little bit. These glass files take off a lot of nail really quickly, so be careful with that. It leaves the edges nice and clean. They're not ragged at all. The last thing I'm going to talk about today is hand moisturizers, and I'm not super picky with my lotions or anything like that. I think this one came in an Ipsy bag and it smells really good. It has good things in it. Overall, hand health is going to factor into your nail growth and how they grow. You should always keep your hands as moisturized as possible. I do this after I wash my hands, like before I take a bath even. Just if I'm noticing dry skin, I will go in with a hand lotion, especially before swatching and I have my hands on camera. So this one works well and it smells nice. I recommend it. One of my overall favorite things ever is coconut oil, and I have a humongous tub because I use a ton of it. I use it for a hair mask, I use it for shaving cream, makeup removal. I'm just one of those girls that use a ton of coconut oil. It's really important that you get the unrefined kind. I don't think organic matters as much. I do prefer organic, of course. I don't think that you'll actually find an unrefined, unorganic coconut oil. This is going to be great for your nails. It's also going to be super oily, so it's going to be something that you want to do maybe before bedtime. I do it before a bath to kind of protect my nails as well. I use it for literally everything. I even use it for cooking. So when I'm using it on my hands, application is really easy. I just kind of dig my hands directly into the pot. You can see it's almost concave there where I've used it so much. It does a really great job of getting under the nails as well if that's something that you need. So I just get me a little bit, rub it into my hands, and this is something that you're going to want to let sit. Sometimes I will oil my hands and then rub my palms off on a towel and go about my business. This will leave you super oily though. Everything you touch will be oily. It's worth it. So that wraps up my nail care routine. I hope this helps somebody even just a little bit. If not, don't get discouraged. Keep trying and testing things until you find what works best with your chemistry. I think it took me a good year or even over a year before I got into a good routine that kept my nails from bending, because when I was first growing them out, I had a huge problem with as soon as they would bend like once or twice in the same spot, they would completely snap off. It was really hard for me to start getting growth, but once I got there, they worked well. Also, another thing that you may want to think about is your nutrition, like what you're eating. Drink lots and lots of water. That's going to help your skin, nails, and hair. Take vitamins if you need. I know some people take biotin. I haven't gone that route yet. And I think that's about it. So if you have any questions, let me know down below, and also let me know your favorite products to use. I'm always open to finding new products. I will link Vibrant Vinyls down below. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.